It's like she's dangling a carrot in front of you. One moment you feel close, the next you feel like you're chasing something you can't catch. And it's not just the shift that gets to you, it's the confusion. That feeling of what did I do wrong starts eating at you, and suddenly you're thinking about her more than you want to admit. Here's the thing. When a woman plays games with you, it's almost never just random. There's a reason for it. Sometimes she knows exactly what she's doing. Other times it's pure instinct, a learned pattern she picked up without even thinking about it. This is how she organizes men in her mind, almost like a house with different rooms. There's the marriage room, the cheating room, the kids room, the fling room, the backup room, and the friend zone. Every man she meets gets placed into one of these rooms based on her first impression, her attraction level, and what she thinks she can gain from him. The thing most men don't realize is that you can be moved. You might start in the marriage room. She sees long-term potential, imagining a future with you, but a single shift in how she feels, something you do or even a change in her own life can send you to the backup room or the friend zone. A man she originally kept in the fling room for casual fun might get promoted to the marriage room if he suddenly meets her deeper needs. Someone she placed in the friend zone could, in rare cases, move into the fling room if circumstances change. She moves men between these rooms for many reasons. Sometimes it's because she's bored and wants a different kind of excitement. Sometimes it's because another man entered the picture and she wants to keep you on standby while she explores him. Sometimes it's because her priorities shifted. Maybe she went from wanting fun to wanting stability, or vice versa. And sometimes it's pure strategy. She wants to keep multiple rooms occupied so she always has options. And here's the twist. Those needs don't always work together. The part of her that wants stability might clash with the part of her that craves a thrill. The part of her that likes you might clash with the part of her that's scared to fully trust. Playing games becomes a way to manage those conflicting feelings without having to be fully vulnerable. For some women, the game is about control. If she can control when you feel close to her, and when you feel distant, she feels safer. That push and pull gives her the upper hand. It's a kind of emotional leverage. She knows that if she withdraws a little, you'll feel the absence and start chasing, and that chasing reassures her that she's still desired. But control isn't the only reason. There's also validation. Many women, especially in a world where looks are constantly compared, have an underlying fear of becoming invisible. Even if she's not interested in a real relationship, she may keep you engaged just to feel wanted. Every message you send, every call you make, every time you try to win her over, it all feeds her self-image. Then there's the hunger for attention. Attention can be addictive. It's not just a compliment here or there. It's the feeling of having someone's mind wrapped around her. And here's where it gets tricky. She may enjoy the attention without wanting the responsibility of giving you the same focus in return. Playing games lets her have the benefit without the full commitment. For others, it's about security or resources. That doesn't always mean she's a gold digger in the stereotypical sense. Sometimes it's more subtle. She enjoys the lifestyle, the dinners, the trips. The way being with you makes her feel socially elevated. She may not be in it for the long haul, but she's in it for the comfort it brings right now. And here's a reality many men don't want to face. The majority of women love money more than sex. For them, financial stability, luxury, and the status that comes with wealth hold more weight than physical intimacy. In the extreme, there are women who will openly or quietly trade their body, their time, or their attention for money, gifts, or material advantage. This doesn't always look like a transaction in the obvious sense. It can be disguised as romance, companionship, or just spending time together. But underneath, the primary motivator isn't connection. It's what you can provide. Sex can also be part of the equation. She might want the physical closeness, but not the emotional depth. By keeping you guessing, she can maintain the physical connection while controlling how much emotional access you get. It's a way to meet her needs without risking too much of herself. And then there's the past, the history that shaped her. If she's been betrayed, cheated on, or abandoned, she may have learned that giving too much too soon is dangerous. Playing games becomes her defense mechanism. She tests, she withholds, she watches. She wants to see if you'll stick around when she's not making it easy. In her mind, if you can't handle her distance, you wouldn't have been able to handle a real relationship anyway. Some women are driven by competition, not necessarily with you, but with other women. The more men she has chasing her, the more she feels like she's winning in that silent scoreboard in her head. You're not just a person to her, you're a point in the game of self-esteem. Others are pulled by pure boredom. The highs and lows of the game create drama, and drama feels like passion to someone who equates stability with dullness. She might not even realize she's doing it. She's just chasing the emotional spike that comes from uncertainty and tension. There's also testing, but not the kind that comes from malice. Some women genuinely believe that pulling back is a way to see your true character. She wants to know if you'll panic, get needy, or lash out when she's not giving you constant reassurance. It's her way of measuring your strength and stability. And sometimes, and this is the part most men don't like to think about, she's keeping her options open. You might be one of several men she's talking to. The game is her way of making sure no one feels too secure while she figures out who she wants. Now, if you zoom even deeper into her mind, you'll find instincts at play that are older than both of you. For most of human history, a woman had to be selective. Her survival and her children's survival depended on it. Being playful and indirect gave her time to assess a man's character, strength, and stability before making herself fully available. In the past, choosing the wrong man could leave a woman poor, unsafe, or abandoned, so women evolved to be cautious, strategic, and to hide their true intentions until they were sure of a man's value. Being indirect wasn't just flirting, it was a way to protect themselves, keep their options open, and avoid costly mistakes. Even though modern women no longer face those same survival threats, with jobs, rights, and birth control, the instincts shaped over thousands of years are still wired into their brains. Evolution moves slowly, and now those same habits have shifted from protecting survival to gaining advantage. Today, being mysterious can attract more attention, keeping options open can boost perceived value, and controlling the pace can give her more power in dating, not to stay alive, but to maximize attention, validation, resources, and romantic leverage. Underneath it all, there's insecurity. Every woman has it, even the ones who appear confident. If you give her far more attention, praise, and treatment than she believes she's earned, it changes how she sees herself. She starts to believe she has worth even more than she thought, and instead of being satisfied with your validation, she often craves extra confirmation from others. That's why a woman who's showered with attention by one man can still play games or flirt with others. She's feeding this growing self-image and testing it against the outside world. Women are playful in degrees. Some live and breathe it in every interaction, while others only use it in certain situations. You'll often find less of it in women who are genuinely religious, whose faith shapes their values and behavior. You'll also see less in women whose life circumstances have humbled them. When survival, faith, or responsibility is front and center, there's less room for constant games and more focus on clarity and stability. No woman is completely without games. It's part of her nature, especially in the realm of attraction and relationships. The key isn't to look for a woman who has none, because you won't find her. It's to find the one who plays the least. The woman whose games are mild, rooted in natural flirting rather than manipulation, and whose intentions remain honest even when she's being playful.